My grandmother lost part of her arm due to a cancer called melanoma. It is important to understand that melanoma is the leading cause of skin cancer deaths. How many of you like to relax poolside and bask in the sun? Who loves the feeling of a warm tanning bed? Who has had a family member who's had a melanoma removed? I can say yes to all of the above. We should all care more about this topic because of the secret ways it attacks our bodies and our family members. Today, I'm going to define what melanoma is, what the causes of melanoma are, and ways to help avoid this cancer. First, what is melanoma? According to the Mayo Clinic, melanoma is the most serious type of skin cancer. It develops in the cells that produce melanin, the pigment that gives your skin color. Melanoma can appear on your skin, but what does it look like? It can usually look like a flat mole with uneven edges and a shape that is not the same on both sides. It can be black, brown, or even multiple colors. These moles may fade into the skin and have a flat part that is level with your skin. It may be slightly scaly or may look rough and pebbly. Think about this. You're at higher risk of melanoma if you have fair skin, family history of melanoma, or many abnormal or atypical moles. Melanoma can also be itchy or may appear as a sore that may bleed. At the early stages of melanoma, you may never notice anything, which is why this cancer can be so lethal. Just as any other cancer, it is best to catch it in its early stages. Early detection is very important. Watch for warning signs as described and changes in skin pigmentation. Next, let's discuss the causes of melanoma and how deadly it can become. Melanoma occurs when something goes awry in the melanin-producing cells that give color to our skin. Normally, skin cells develop in a controlled and orderly way. Healthy new cells push older cells towards our skin surface, where they die and eventually fall off. But when a cell's DNA is damaged, new cells may begin to grow out of control and can eventually form a mass or cancerous cell, according to Mayo Clinic. The disease is easy to spot and remove when it appears on the skin as a primary melanoma. When it becomes metastatic, it becomes extremely deadly. Patients with stage 4 metastatic typically die within 6 to 12 months. Ultraviolet rays doesn't cause all melanomas, but puts you at higher risk of getting it. Think about the areas of skin that never see sunlight. This is what indicates other factors that may contribute to your risk of melanoma. Still, according to Mayo Clinic, doctors believe exposure to UV radiation from the sun and from tanning lamps are the leading cause. Take a look at your family history or where you live, as well as the accumulation of UV radiation you receive. The cause of melanoma can vary from genetics, UV radiation, and environmental issues. Finally, let's discuss how to avoid melanoma. Simple question. There's several ways to avoid it, but here are just a few according to WebMD. See a dermatologist. How simple can that be? When researchers from Emory University School of Medicine looked at records of more than 2,000 melanoma patients, they found that those whose growths had been diagnosed by a dermatologist were more likely to have early-stage cancer and survive their disease than those who had been diagnosed by another doctor. This could be due to the fact that dermatologists are more skilled at finding smaller tumors and less likely to brush them off as nothing. How about this? Drink coffee. For each cup of caffeinated java that you drink every day, there's a 5% drop in your odds of developing non-melanoma skin cancer later on in life. Why, you ask? It's the antioxidants in the coffee that help protect against skin cancer, according to Ernest L. Abel, a PhD professor at Wayne State University School of Medicine. The most crucial way to avoid melanoma is simple. Wear sunscreen. It may be obvious, but you'd be surprised how many adults do not apply when going outdoors or even putting it on their children. SPF is only half of the story as well. Sunburning is the other half. Best bet, just use zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, which are physical blockers against all rays, according to WebMD as my source. These are just a few ways to avoid any risks of melanoma. In conclusion, I think we can all agree that knowing about melanoma, the causes of melanoma, and how to avoid contracting melanoma will decrease our chances of getting it. We need to care more about this topic for better prevention. I hope that this discussion has given you the information you need to arm yourself, your family, against this dreaded cancer, thereby preventing you from any pain or suffering. Although my grandmother still has her life, she is still missing part of her arm and deals with the daily pain that this cancer has left with her. Let's all become more aware. Thank you.